Aham Brahmasmi. Do you know what is Aham Brahmasmi? Considering our ego, worshipping our ego as singularity, finding all happiness in our ego, self. Aham means self. Worshipping it like worshipping a god, not respecting it. It is not the self-respect, it is the worshipping it. I want my partner to love my taste. I want my partner to love what I wear, not what he wears. What I want, my partner gives. What I want, what taste I want if he gets. All that we love is today our taste. Your taste is, each one of us we have a taste. If I love only my taste, whether I will be happy or unhappy, tell me. Means I want to convert you into my taste. Then I am happy. If your taste is not my taste, I don't like you. Simple. The reason for unhappiness is, it is not how much we love, how much. Love is two kinds, that's not called a love. Love, do you know what is the love? It is only unconditional love. All the traits are called the word unconditional you have to add. When I say I love my wife, means I love whatever the way my wife is. Whatever the way that's what I told my parents. Whatever the way my wife is, bad, good, educated, uneducated, what language, what food, what habits she has, nothing to do. I told my parents, you say I am not like other guys, and you are telling me to marry, but tomorrow I am going to marry. You will have a problem because you love yourself. But for me, my love is unconditional. I only love that girl. Whether that girl is a devil or an angel, whether it is what she is, doesn't matter to me. I am very happy. Even she kicks at me, even she abuses me, even she hits at me, even she tortures me every day, like, hey mother, like our father, every day even she tortures, I am taking that risk. Like you told me to love father, and I am telling you, tomorrow onwards, my wife is my angel, irrespective of what she is. Do you know that? Her taste is my taste. Never my taste can be her taste. Don't misinterpret it. Some of my students, they take word by word, and today their wives even won't come for meditation, and they have given into pressures of their. So that's not what I am teaching my students, to be vulnerable, weak, bullied by others. No, it's not that. Unconditional love. Your love should never change. Your love has to be unconditional. Unconditional means, love for yourself means what? Someone says you are beautiful, you are ugly, you are good, you are bad, your shirt is good, your skirt is good, you are bad, you are a very bad yoga teacher, you are worst yoga teacher, you come from such a bad family, I know your father, I know your brother, you don't have any history, when people talk like that. Do you know Mr. Kumar, we know your father, every day in the garden of the taddy trees, palm trees, drunken every day, Hey, you don't have any dress and you can't speak English properly, you can't speak anything. it doesn't produce any change in me. I am very happy. The more you shout on me, the more you criticize me, the more you hate. Someone hates, someone praises. You are like an angel, you are like a God, you are like a devil, you are here to kill yoga, abuse yoga, and you are starting a new tradition in yoga. You will start listening these from not the new people, those who are conditioned, those who have the self-love. There is a huge difference between loving ego, loving self, loving others. If you advise me, if you ask me, we should only marry, we should only give birth to the children only when we can love others. Otherwise, you want to have another slave. You want to have a slave. That has been our habit. And now also, you want another slave to work for you. Loving your taste, taking selfie means, you want everyone to be slave. Means everyone should say, yes, it's very good, If anyone says, hey, what dirty selfie you have taken, do you become happy? No. Will that produce good feeling in you if someone commented on your selfie? If Kumar commented on your selfie? No. Means what? You want everyone who is watching your page on the Facebook, on Instagram, you want them to be slaves. If everyone is thumbs up, that's why I always tell, I don't want to displease anyone. Hey, my dear students, I am telling you, never on the Facebook, on social media, never give this. You stop giving, no problem, but never give a negative comment. It's a very bad karma. Whoever it is, always remember that Jesus hate the sin, don't hate the sinner. Remember. All this problem is, our taste is our sister-in-laws. We ourselves are slave of these sister-in-laws. Their abuse. We don't realize that. So that's why Patanjali is saying, yoga is all about loving, not making your sense dose slave to some habit outside, strengthening your sense dose. It's all about strengthening your mind. It's all about not leaving them and going away. It is all about strengthening them. It is all about removing them from de-addiction program of this sense dose so that they will be happy, you will be happy. Otherwise, I told you yesterday, the tongue fellow will never be happy, this sister-in-law will never be happy. You know the story. That's why he said yoga means disengage from their addictions. If someone is a drug addict, you will have compassion or not? Tell me. No, Kumar. The drug addict, we can't see their life, how miserable it is. By evening, that fellow doesn't take. He shivers the entire body, shivers. He is not in his own world. Oh my God. Remembering a drug addict itself, your body shaken up. So, addiction is not good. Addiction is slave to the drug. He has become slave to the drug. A drunkard means slave to that alcohol. All our unhappiness is due to not you, your soul. Due to addiction of your sister-in-laws, you suffer. Addiction of those sense doors is what is killing us. So Patanjali, what he is saying, hey, so de-addiction program, Yoga Chitta Vritti Nirodha, Buddha, Patanjali only talk about any entire science of spirituality, entire science of yoga. It's only about one thing. It is about de-addiction to self, de-addiction to your sense doors, de-addiction of the mind, de-addiction of our intelligence, de-addiction of intellect, de-addiction of ego, and your soul is in solace. No one can take away. No one can decide your happiness. You are always happy, irrespective of environment around you, irrespective of people around you, irrespective of anything around you.